Hey, everybody. It's me, Jake, from Jake and Off, this podcast that you clicked on to listen to. This week, I am joined by a very funny comedian from Kansas City. It's Pat McCarthy, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Let him hear it. Pat's a very funny lad. You can follow him at pmccarthy31 on Instagram. And he also runs a show that happens every third Saturday at the Bird. It's a late night show, so make sure you check it out before you go dancing, before you hit the club. And then, you guys know, follow me at jakeand.off.podcast and send anything at all to jakeand.off.podcast@gmail.com. I will be at Hillsiders the day that this episode comes out, which is a Tuesday. Tuesday, November 7th, Hillsiders. Be there. Wednesday, November 8th, I'm going to be at the Ship, Kansas City, so come out to that show. Other than that, everybody, enjoy the episode. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. Bye-bye. Bits and everything.
Oh, dude, that reminds me. Have you ever seen Out of the Blue?
Oh yeah, the guy in the SpongeBob
The guy
suit.
in the SpongeBob costume.
Yeah.
Do you know like his whole thing?
Was that he bought the SpongeBob suit? Didn't he say he was like, I bought this SpongeBob suit so that I could get my custody of my kids back?
Yeah,
or
he's
something?
like, yeah, my military checks, they stopped coming in, and I'm just trying to get custody back of my daughter. So he'd come up with like wearing the SpongeBob suit. And then midway through his set, he would take the head part off and be like, "Hey, like, guys, this is the deal. This is what's going on."
Dude, I think I
and
hosted.
he put it back on and keep
I think
going.
I hosted the open mic at the comedy club one night when he did that. Because it's a nice SpongeBob suit.
It's quality.
Like legit. Like
you
it
can
looks
tell
like
he spent his entire last military check on that.
Yeah,
suit.
like he went to a shop or like some sort of like cosplay expert to get that SpongeBob costume.
It's tailored.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, that's so sad though. Like spending your last military check. Yep, nothing's coming in after this, so I gotta turn this into something.
Yeah.
What is my best idea?
Yeah.
SpongeBob suit. What did what are you expecting to like do like children's birthdays probably?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But he would do it and he would like do like a SpongeBob impression. But then he'd also do like Beavis and Butthead and
yes,
stuff, but
and
as SpongeBob still.
The SpongeBob impression was pretty good. If
It
I
was
remember,
good.
It's like not too bad actually.
No, none of them were that bad.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
what is this?
yeah, what are you
is
doing,
this
man?
about?
Yeah, I remember one time. I'm pretty sure he came in and he had like his own speaker like looped to his belt and like his own microphone hooked up to that speaker, and he just used his own mic and speaker.
Yeah, that was
Instead
the
of just
time.
using
I
the
think
mic.
that was the
Was
time.
that the one that you were hosting?
dude. I think that was the time, and I was like, "What is this guy doing?"
Just a DIY.
He's so crazy. There's a story about a dude one time at one of the original iterations of Stanford's taking a dead possum like that he picked up off the road.
Yeah.
On stage and like splitting it open or something in some way, like stepping on it or like
No shit.
something like on stage and like just like smell like everybody like cleared out of the room because it stunk so bad and like
Dude, every
all
time
this
I hear a
shit.
story about Stanford's, it's the wildest.
it
shit
was
I've ever heard.
it was an interesting place.
Yeah.
A lot of people, because I mean like they were bad about paying comedians and people what they promised, which isn't a problem that's unique to them in the comedy business, but they also just had like very like big personalities that were could be perceived as negative or bad.
They were dirtbags.
Yeah, they were dirtbags. And my whole thing is like because they did give me some opportunities like when I first started doing comedy and stuff.
Okay.
And like they, by all means they were nice to me. But that doesn't mean that they didn't have issues. And I mean like, by the end of it like I feel like they weren't even really like in charge of their comedy club, and like then the people who were in charge were even worse
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. And Yeah, it was just a weird thing, but there was some crazy shit at that place. There used to be this guy that Jeff was like the younger brother who was like one of the owners, and he would book this dude from Oklahoma. I don't want to say the exact city that he's from, but he would book this guy from Oklahoma because he would bomb like horrendously, and he thought it was so funny to watch him bomb, and he would like book him with other comedians that he would like knew would like piss them off.
Yeah.
Like he booked him to host for Jimmy JJ Walker.
Oh yeah.
One time, and he was on stage, and like it's just crickets. Like I've barely ever seen anyone bomb like the way that this guy would. And Jimmy Walker comes out into the bar area and it's like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "Get this motherfucker off stage." And like is like screaming at Jeff, and Jeff is like, "Ha ha ha ha. Isn't he great?" Isn't he great?
Isn't he great?
He would book him for like, and I think also too, this guy would like pay sometimes to work the club or something,
really?
like some shit like that. Like that was word on the street.
Yeah.
That's what people would like gossip and say, but who knows how true it was. Like it could be fucking like everybody's.
I like the original story, but it's very funny to think about like a club owner like intentionally booking a bad comedian because he think it's funny.
Well, dude, they definitely that was definitely part of it, because the first ever like showcase that I did at Stanford's, like, you know, just like a bringer show or whatever, that guy was on it, and he was up right before me and like just ate shit like so hard, crickets, dude.
Sure.
Nobody's laughing or saying anything, and then he comes off stage, and the whole time also Jeff had the manager of the club call and hold the phone up on speakerphone so that he could hear him like bomb and like listen to it, basically.
He's
so
like by the stage
in.
with the phone.
He's like standing in the audience like with him on speakerphone, and so you can also hear Jeff. It's like quiet except for like you hear Jeff's voice
like over the phone
on the phone being like and he's fucking just eating shit so hard, dude.
Well, shit, man, do what you love. You never work a day in your life.
But then in the green room, he was walking by me, and he was like, "They were eating it up out there." I was like, "Oh no," because those are the craziest guys, dude. The ones who are like so delusional that they don't even know when they're doing bad.
That's one thing that like I can't even wrap my head around, is like because you can hear whether or not they're responding to something.
Yeah.
And it's just be like, I don't know, dude. It felt pretty good.
Yeah.
Who are you? What are you?
I think that there's two reasons why it happens. I think the first reason is just pure delusion. Just absolutely, you're just like crazy, and you have a tenuous connection on what is good or funny or even makes sense sometimes. But I think the other reason that it happens is like this like grind set shit that like people get, where they're like, I just gotta keep hustling. Like I just gotta keep going. Like I just can't let anything phase me.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, if you aren't making people laugh, you're doing a bad job.
Yeah. Like it's like its own set like kind of delusion.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah,
Where it's like
exactly.
you think it's in the right place.
Yeah.
But it's like you're not in the right place, dude.
Yeah.
You got to go work at Walgreens.
Yeah, well, it's like this mindset of like everybody starts somewhere, and it's like, yeah, dude, but like also people who become successful at almost anything, like to the level that you're imagining yourself striving for, like they have a natural gift as well.
Yeah.
And like they aren't just going up there and being like, it's fine if they don't laugh.
Yeah. It'll get there.
It's so funny to me when I mean, because it happens everywhere, dude. And like you see, I feel like every comedy scene has people who will like go up and do the same jokes over and over and over again at an open mic.
Yeah, Connor Don.
Take that, Connor. Yeah, every scene has their Connor, and it's tough, dude, because you just look at them and you're like, God, what a hopeless stupid fucking dipshit. No, we love Connor here at
We
Jake
do.
and Off. He is a behind-the-scenes guest. We only have him on off pod. No, dude, I fucking thought that shit on Facebook was so funny though, because it's always the people, dude. Anytime somebody is like showing their ass in that way, it's always somebody who you're like, dude, you don't even like. You're
not even out here.
like peripherally involved in this, if even.
Like when people talk about you, they have to say, "Do you know this guy?"
Yes.
You're not just like, "Oh, this fucking here's his name." you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Oh, I know who you're talking about."
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
You'd recognize
with the hair and the glasses.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's like, dude.
There used to be like crazy like Facebook flame wars. Like you could find like
I've heard the legends.
300 to 400 comment posts in the Kansas City comedians page over like the most stupid bullshit. I love to fan the flames too. Like I was like really big into getting people to like say stupid shit and like fucking, I don't know, but it's not good. It's not good to have on there. But God, dude, it really is. It's always like somebody like running their mouth who you're like, you don't even fucking know anything, dude.
Yeah.
You stupid fuck.
It's like it's pretty inconsequential what you're saying, but it's still crazy.
But it isn't inconsequential because it's something that people will always point at and be like, see?
True.
Look at how big a piece of shit everybody else is too. And we're like, no. That guy sucks. We hate that guy.
I'm not like him.
Nobody likes him. We're just nice because we're worried he's going to shoot us.
I love black people.
I love black people.
Don't say that about me.
Dude, so do you watch you're a hockey guy, you know?
I don't watch a ton in the regular season, but yes, I'm a pretty big. I find it. I have a tough time watching the regular season for sports that have so many games.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Basketball and
it's
baseball.
A lot.
And stuff.
162 games for baseball is like
so
too
much.
Many. It's just too many, and it makes it feel like none of them matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it dilutes how important any of them are because it's like, dude, if you go to a Chiefs game or something, you're like, this is one of fucking 17.
Every game is consequential in some way. You know?
And so like for me, I agree. It's like hard for me to like get into those sports until towards the end.
Yeah. I do love the sport of hockey though.
Yeah, same. I do too. But the reason I was asking is because I wasn't sure if you watch basketball at all. I don't watch a ton of basketball.
Me either. I'm familiar with what's going on at all times, though. I'm kind of like in the shadows of the NBA world.
Same. I get the big headlines.
Yeah. I see the quotes.
You know,
I see the trades.
Yeah, the cool dunks.
I never watch any basketball. Then I'll see a trade happen. I'll be like, this is going to be huge for the Sixers.
Yeah.
Haven't watched a game all year.
Funny.
I don't know anything about.
How I feel. Dude, the Suns have just changed their fortune.
Dude, they got to get Bol in the rotation. If they don't, I mean, their perimeter defense is going to suffer.
Yeah. Minute Bull's son, right?
Yeah. You know, fun fact, Bol went to school with me for about half a semester in like the 5th grade.
Really?
Yeah, because I went to school with his cousin, Dang
Tight.
For 4 years.
Dang.
Dang, who was the man. But Bol came and went to school with us for a year, or not, for like half a semester, and then just dipped. And I was like, you probably made the right choice, man.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Don't want to be schlepping
play
around
CYO basketball in Kansas. Get out of here while you can.
That's so funny. Dude, well, the reason why I was asking, though, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, star of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
So he bought this house in Ontario from a man who was known as the Crypto King of
Ooh.
Ontario. And now
the Crypto King is a very funny title, but the Crypto King of Ontario
Yeah.
is so much funnier.
Yeah, dude. The Crypto King of anywhere that's you earn that.
Oh yeah,
You
Yeah,
earn
dude.
that.
I run Orangeville.
Yeah, I own a ton of property in Second Life.
I can get a reservation to any restaurant in all of Hamilton. Did you know that?
Hamilton. Dude, so he bought this house is in Burlington, Ontario, actually, in Canada. And he bought this house.
I grew up near Burlington.
And then somebody showed up and was like, "Hey, where the fuck is the Crypto King? I'm here to fucking beat that ass." And so they're like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "What the hell?" And like then,
A kingdom has fallen.
yeah, and so then they called they tried to figure it out, and they called the police department or whatever. And his girlfriend actually called the police department and discovered that there had been several previous reports of threats at the home, including a threat to burn it down. That they started to learn about Platersky. That's the guy's name.
Yeah.
Platersky's history with the property, according to court records. So basically, this dude is like, obviously, he's like just a grifter.
Yeah.
Like a crypto scam. You know, he's like doing that kind of stuff. And these guys ended up buying his house, and now people are showing up and being like, "We want to kill the king. Give us, where is he? We know he's here." They're like, "What the fuck?" And so they're trying to void the sale of the house.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to be like, they didn't tell us.
Yeah.
Which it's like, that is kind of fair, but I'm also
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like you can sue over like if they don't tell you that there was like a death in a house, like you can like sue over that.
Whoa, really?
Sure. I'm pretty sure. Like I think it might have to be like a murder.
we'll
or
let
something.
it stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, no need to fact check that. I feel like that sounds legit.
I'm thinking about like them going to beat the shit out of this Crypto King, but like not knowing what he looks like and just knocking on the door and fucking Shay Giles. Oh, what's up? And they're like, "Are you the owner of this house?" He's like, "Yeah," and they're just fucking wailing on him.
Dude, so he this guy filed bankruptcy. So he was taking investor funds, and he only invested 2% of them, and spent nearly $16 million on himself, renting private jets, going on vacations, buying luxury cars, and leasing to own the house that this dude ended up buying.
Good for him.
And I mean, like, you
Baller
see,
move.
like, this guy's posts, and they're like,
Oh
yeah,
man,
like all these like Ferraris or
having
like
the
Lamborghinis
exact
and
same
shit.
Ferrari in bright red and bright yellow is such a baller move.
Yeah, it's, dude, I always think it's like so douchey when people have cars like this, because I'm like, dude, what are you even doing in it? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you can't go get groceries in that. Like, you
No.
can't whip up to Price Chopper in a Lamborghini and then like,
I'm
what am I gonna go to Sunfresh? You seen the fucking people at Sunfresh?
Absolutely not go to Sunfresh.
Yeah,
in
they
that
beat
thing.
the shit. I wouldn't make it out of there alive. dude.
No. Yeah, and like maybe it's just because I'm not that big of a car guy. Like I don't know anything about cars. I'm not
True.
that interested in
Same.
them. But like, it would be cool to have a Ferrari.
Yeah.
But like, what are you gonna do with two Ferraris?
Yeah, this guy's got five of them sitting in his driveway or
Dude,
similar.
I would love a Kia Sportage, man.
Yeah,
Just
no
fucking
kidding, dude.
Put me in a 2023 Kia Sportage. I'll
Yeah.
drive that car for the rest of my
Yeah,
life.
I'm like, how about a Subaru Outback?
Oh. Yeah, dude.
But the Crypto King loves McLarens, bro. And
Does
he fucking stole all these people's money and they want to burn down his house. But this other dude lives inside of it. It's such a terrible predicament to find yourself in, and it's something that you never even think of. Of like,
Yeah.
you're going to buy a house and then somehow be held accountable for like,
Oh,
you know,
for
a
sure.
dude gets out of prison and he's like, somebody who lived here fucked my wife while I was in prison. I mean, he just stabs you to death or something. It's like, oh, God.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. Like when you get drafted in the NBA, you're definitely thinking this is the craziest thing that'll ever happen to me. And then you get stabbed by disgruntled crypto investors.
Yeah, some dude. You wake up to some dude standing over your bed with a gun, like, "I'm here for you, Crypto King. I've come to take what's mine."
Yeah.
Where's the 16 million, Platursky?
He's holding up a fucking what were the fucking the monkey pictures? What were those called? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The monkey picture.
The fucking, it's not a JPEG. It's the fucking.
Bored apes.
Bored
dude.
apes. What are bored apes called?
Sorry, dude. They're called NFTs.
NFTs, dude. Okay, so back to the bit I was about to do.
Dude, yeah, okay. He's holding up a
he's
bored
holding
ape.
up a bored ape. I mean, that was pretty much the bit.
Yeah.
He's just like, recognize this.
It's so funny that people bought bored apes. I could never. I remember the first time I heard about NFTs was I was listening to NPR on the radio, like when they were saying the story.
Yeah.
And it was this
popping off.
Yeah, this lady was like, so NFTs are like these ways to basically, they were like explaining it, but it was nothing. They were like, it's nothing pretty much, like, but they weren't trying to make it seem that way. They were trying to make it sound cool.
Right.
And then she went through the process of turning one of her own tweets into an NFT. Because like that was the thing at the time, like some of the first ones that people had were like used to buy like the first tweet ever. Or like an NFT of the first tweet ever. Even though you could still go and look at that tweet on Twitter. They bought an NFT of it for some reason.
Yeah.
And so
put up in the living room.
Yeah, and this reporter made an NFT of one of her own tweets and like
went
through the process.
Tweet?
Yeah, not the one that they sold for like record money.
Okay.
She was just trying to learn more about NFTs, and so she made one and went through the process, and then at the end of it she was kind of like, and I really haven't learned anything at all. I'm still not sure. They said maybe music could be good for music. And I just remember being like, this sounds like horseshit.
Yeah.
And then I feel like within maybe a couple of weeks of that, I saw Des Bryant had a Bored Ape NFT, and I started seeing them like pop up on Twitter and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, is this some like avatar creator thing?
Yeah, it was like that for a while because like remember Eminem had a Bored Ape that was just like Eminem as an ape.
Yeah,
and it was like this is big.
Yeah,
this is gonna be huge.
Eminem's investing in the market. Eminem's investing in the market. They have skin in the game. Mars has skin in the game, dude. It's so funny, like how much of that stuff ended up being just a way to just steal millions of dollars from people.
It's insane. It's insane. Like, here's my thing. If it doesn't, like, I'm not a very smart guy, but if it doesn't make sense to me, I'm probably not going to get involved. Yeah. I find it very hard to believe this made sense to anybody.
No, dude. And I have a hard time feeling, I've feeling particularly bad for people who bought like NFTs and stuff, because it's not as if nobody was being like, that's stupid, like sounding the alarm.
Yeah.
Like I think that, you know, honestly what it was is people were shitting on them so hard that it made them like double down and be like, no, this shit is legit.
Yeah.
You know, but
Get
like
now.
It's not as if there wasn't information or like obvious signs pointing to this being bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I have a hard time feeling bad for people. What really pisses me off about it is like celebrities and stuff that like put their shit, like put themselves behind that stuff. I'm like, dude, that is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Like what
that's the way you're going to get the dumbest people on board too.
Yes, is like they buy in, it makes it like this cultural thing. Like I remember I talked about it on this podcast when I was still doing episodes just on my own. It was like the third or fourth episode maybe.
Okay.
And Paris Hilton was on Jimmy Fallon, and they both had Bored Apes, and they like were showing their Bored Apes and like talking about like, oh, they're so cool, like it's a club, like da da da, like pitching these Bored Apes to everybody that was watching Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucked up.
It's
like,
fucked
they
up.
will never get in any trouble for this, but like they're kind of like culpable for a lot of people probably losing
for
some
sure.
money.
I wonder how much like money was offered to them because that's just a commercial. That's just ad space for fucking
100%. Yeah. And honestly, dude, it could be none because that's how the whole scam works though, is like you buy one and now you're invested in like everybody's Bored Apes because it's like you don't just own your own.
Right.
Like it's tied to all these other Bored Apes that like, so you're invested in those going up in value as well because that'll make yours go up in value, and so it's like you're meant to hype it.
Yeah,
like that's like baked into the whole NFT idea. Is once you buy one, you got to be like, yeah, like I'm fucking here, dude. I'm the Bored Ape guy.
It kind of feels like they were going for like a digital version of like the way people like collect like Pokemon cards or like baseball cards.
Yes.
There's no actual value to what it is, but there's like nostalgia and tradition behind it.
Yes.
But they just try to do something that had no nostalgia or tradition at all involved.
Well, and also glaring flaws. The ability to be able to do anything. Like when they like all the people were like posting, they were like, no, do not right-click save. You cannot right-click save our profile pictures. Don't screenshot
these. A plane will crash if you right-click save somewhere in the Andes Mountains.
They were so upset.
Big problem.
I remember that being a thing where they're like there were like hashtags like no right click or like shit like that. It's like, you stupid idiots. Like this is why it's dumb. It's like the reason why it can't be baseball card, like it couldn't be like baseball cards, is because like there's no like you know the value comes from like you having the card.
Yeah,
like
you can't control alt delete a rookie Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, but like anybody could like save your NFT to their
that's
computer.
The thing is people would do that and there'd be no repercussions. And I'd see that shit on like Twitter all the time.
Yeah. Well, the funny part about it is like, because the whole ideology behind NFTs and Bitcoins, this was when Waka Flocka Flame had his NFT wallet hacked. Because that was the other thing. Everybody kept getting all their NFTs stolen, because how they would do it is they would put an NFT in your wallet that was like a virus basically, and so they'd get it in there, and then you would see and you'd be like, oh, what is this? Like, did somebody send me an NFT?
Right, and then
you click on it, and then they'd be like, all your shit's ours now.
Yeah.
And Waka Flocka Flame had that happen to him, and then he was like tweeting out to whatever the company was that had his NFTs. He was like, somebody has to do something about this. Like, isn't there like some central authority that we can go to? And they're like, actually, no, dude. The whole point is that there isn't. And he was like, wait.
It's the Wild West, Waka.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a kind of funny Waka Flocka story.
Oh, okay.
So
Hell yeah.
I went to I went to college, right?
Okay, nice.
And it was a small school in like the St. Louis area.
Yeah.
And we had like we had a theater, like most colleges have theaters. Yeah. And sometimes they would have like concerts and stuff there. And I remember one year they announced Waka Flocka was coming.
Wow.
Waka Flocka was coming to the Jay Scheidegger Center at Lindenwood University. It was huge. Everyone was like, fucking Waka's going to be here.
Lindenwood University.
Old Lindenwood University.
Sounds so funny.
And I didn't go. I forget. I don't know what I had going on. But it came and it went, and apparently they got there, and it was just like, it was not a concert. It was like a talk.
Oh,
he was just
really?
up there like taking questions.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure that's what
actually
it was.
Sick as hell, dude. Honestly, I feel like probably like a better use of Waka Flocka's time for him than performing a concert at Lindenwood University for a bunch of white kids. Yeah. They're just like, we don't even know what he's talking about. I assume there are a bunch of white kids at Lindenwood University.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I mean, probably about 30-40% of our like on campus like student body was like foreign kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
So like a lot of I knew a lot of people from like Australia and Amsterdam, things
Good
like
point.
that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, dude.
But I mean, those are the white foreign countries.
Yeah. I do think, I always think about that. Like, one time I went to a Vince Staples concert. And he was here for a festival, actually. And honestly, I felt like he kind of got a raw deal in the festival. It was middle of the Map Fest. And he was performing on it. And they put him at the Midland Theater. But it was at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon,
Oh.
and it was just like not right. It's just like, this is
Yeah.
Vince Staples.
Yeah.
And like I can't remember who was like playing like later that night, but I was like, I don't think that the Cold War kids should be
Yeah, it's like
closing out night 2 over Vince Staples.
Yeah, we're gonna put Lil Wayne at the Hollywood Casino at about 3 p.m.
But dude, Lil Wayne, mark my words, will eventually play the Hollywood Casino.
And I will be there.
Dude, he'll play Ameristar probably. I feel like that's where the classy,
Yeah.
I
forget which one. I think it was the Hollywood. There's a Hollywood in town here, right?
Yeah, it's in KCK. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's out by the racetrack.
I went there and saw Marshall Tucker Band with my dad.
That slaps.
Last year. It was so sick.
That slaps.
Because all the people that go, like the band's old as shit, so all the fans are old as shit. So it was like a sit down concert.
Yes,
you just get to sit down and watch a good band play.
Yeah, you know what? I've heard that about because I don't go to that many concerts to begin with.
Me either. I'm not big on live music.
Yeah, I'm just like, it sounds perfect the way you recorded it.
Yes.
And so and also tickets are so expensive to stuff now. Like,
oh, true.
I would be way more apt to go see like some band that I've never heard of, like at my local dive bar.
Oh, for sure.
Than I would be to like spend money to go see a concert at the Sprint Center or something. I find that the record bar in town is a good place for that kind of shit. Like, they have like middle sort of level acts, and the tickets are like really like affordable. They'll be like $20 or something like that, and it's like, dude, that's what I would drop. But like, some of these prices are like insane, dude. You see people paying thousands of dollars to like see Taylor Swift, and I'm like, if that's your passion, like, that's great.
Go ahead.
Like, all right,
that's fine, but that's also nuts.
That's a lot of money, dude.
It's so much money to go see a concert that, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, you've probably seen before.
Yeah.
You've probably seen her perform all these songs before.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in like the nosebleeds of Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
I did that. I saw Kenny Chesney at Arrowhead last year. I'm not a Kenny Chesney
Let's go,
fan.
dude. You're a huge Kenny Chesney fan. Clearly, dude. Pat loves Kenny, dude. You're a chocolate Chesney fan, dude. You like Thai Food Panda.
I don't know what that means.
You've never heard him call himself Chocolate Chesney?
No, but I did find out last night that he has like swords. He has
Thai Food Panda?
Yeah,
apparently,
which is awesome.
He knows Thai Food.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Is Thai Food a real thing?
I'm pretty sure.
I always thought that his name was just a play on Kung Fu Panda, and then Mo told me last night that he's had that name since before the movie came out.
Yes,
which is insane to find out.
He's had that name since for the entire time that I've known him.
Yeah,
and I think it predates maybe even him doing comedy.
Yeah,
because he used to do like some martial arts shit.
Really?
I think, or at least it appeared that way on social media through some stuff that I saw.
Yeah.
But I don't know for sure. I can't speak for the guy.
No.
Maybe we'll do an investigation. We'll get to the bottom of Thai Food Panda's past.
Have Thai Food on.
Maybe I should. Yeah, good point. No, dude, you saw Kenny Chesney though at Arrowhead Stadium, and you fucking were so wet.
Tickets, dude. I was I was dripping,
sopping wet.
I was just soaked head to toe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in like the very top of Arrowhead, and the tickets were like $140.
Yeah, dude.
And I didn't even. I just went because like friends were going, and it was like we're gonna tailgate for like 3 hours in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then we did it, and then me and two of my buddies were like, next year or whenever he comes back, we're gonna do this all again, and just not buy tickets to the concert.
Yeah,
we're just gonna drink in the parking lot because that was the best part.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
Smoking a blunt in Arrowhead is kind of sick.
Yeah, that
was fun, but
my girlfriend went to Beyonce, and she had this thing where she was not allowing people to resell their tickets.
Really,
even individual buyers, she was like, you can't resell them. If you buy the tickets, you have to keep them to prevent the prices from being jacked up super high.
Fair.
But it also was inconvenient because my girlfriend bought tickets, and they got like tickets for like $70 or something like that, and like then online like they were going for as much as like $500 or whatever, and like her and her friend were like, maybe we should just sell our tickets and like not go.
Yeah,
because we could make $430.
I mean, it's not a bad hustle.
No,
I mean,
no.
I understand the whole, like, because that was a big scandal with, like, I don't know if scandal's the right word, but with people reselling
Yeah,
on
well, like
Ticketmaster
Ticketmaster, yeah,
and all
dude.
that. It feels like it would be such an easy problem for Ticketmaster to fix.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know anything about concerts or computers
Yeah.
or Beyonce.
Or
but
math, or paper.
Dinosaurs. Fuck, I wish I knew stuff about dinosaurs.
The war, the other war, those other wars.
No, I know about those ones. I'm very familiar with those wars. And let me just say, they were in the wrong.
Perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Brilliant take. That you really towed the line there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's what I do. I'm an edgy comic.
Yeah, dude.
I come on podcasts and support wars.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You were saying some crazy shit though before we actually started recording
You're
about
gonna have to bleep a lot of that out.
yeah, about Israel. You be the judge of what he said. He didn't say anything. I'm just joking. Dude, speaking of people getting scammed by NFTs and stuff, this made me laugh. So Trump bucks promise wealth for MAGA loyalty. Some lose thousands. It's dude, these people are like really pissed off because this guy, this is an example of what happened. John Ammon told NBC News he bought $2,200 worth of Trump bucks and other items over the past year, only to discover that they were worthless when he tried to cash them in at his local bank. So they're selling like these fake. They've been peddling Trump bucks, which are emblazoned with photos of the former president, and advertising them online as a kind of golden ticket that will help propel Trump's 2024 bid and make the real patriots who support him rich when they're cashed in. And they're like checks and like fake money and stuff. And people bought them.
It's merch.
It is merch, but people were buying them thinking that they were like some sort of like legitimate investment.
Yeah.
That they could then go.
Like, this will appreciate for sure.
Yes, that they could then go take. It's like a bond.
Every document that the NBA, the NBA, the FBI finds. It's so funny that the FBI goes to Mar-a-Lago and Shay J.S. Alexander answers the door.
He's like, God damn it again! I bought another one again. Fuck!
He just keeps buying disgraced mansions.
That's so funny.
He's like, I found this really affordably priced island off the coast of.
He's like, yeah, there's a bunch of tiny prison cells. Weird.
Probably turn that into a basketball court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely nobody will come sniffing around here for the crypto king of Ontario or former President Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or disgraced hero Jeffrey
disgraced hero. Oh, you bad. You bad, Pat. That's you're crazy.
Hey,
dude.
I calls him how I sees him.
Yeah. Dude, Mitchell and I drove by a guy downtown once that was just standing outside with a bucket full of pieces of paper rolled up. And a sign. He was wearing a mask, like a ski mask, and he had a big sign on a stick that just said Jeffrey Epstein on it. And then he was handing out the pieces of paper.
No take, just like
no take.
Old Jeffy E.
No take on the sign, just Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, but he had like pamphlets,
and then he had like they were little pieces of paper. They were pieces of computer paper rolled up into like scroll-looking things. And then Mitchell and I like pulled the car over on the side of the road and we're like, hey, give us some of those papers.
give me.
They were like timelines. One of them was a timeline of like Jeffrey Epstein's arrest or whatever. And then one of them was like this news story about, it had two news stories. It had news about Jeffrey Epstein being arrested or something, and then it had a news story about like illegal border crossings with children. And like it was clearly like you were supposed to like put two and two together,
right,
kind of thing, do your own research.
It would have been funny if like his timeline like went back further. If it was like
1892
wins high school cross country meet. It's like, I didn't know Jeff had legs like that.
1892, Reginald Epstein immigrates to America. Yeah, no, dude, he was just handing shit out. But this guy, yeah, these guys are all getting scammed by Trump bucks. To be fair, I don't know that this is necessarily something that is being ran by Trump himself. But it's just everywhere. Like, all these places are like selling stuff. Yeah, dude, because of the easiest people to scam. Like,
like the celebrities selling NFTs. It's like a lot of dumb people are gonna be like, Trump bucks,
dude. And in a lot of ways, Donald Trump's like most hardcore supporters and fan bases, it's like you couldn't have like figured out like a more like micro targeted audience and like way to do it, because you know like a few things kind of for sure. If somebody's like a hardcore Donald Trump supporter, it's that they are white, they're old, and they love God, and that's it. Those are the three things. And so it's like, if like who better. Like, those are some of the people that are the most vulnerable to scams in our society. Like, especially elderly people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, he's, like, Donald Trump is just like a mass-scale Nigerian prince.
Yeah, dude. He's no better.
And he needs your help.
He's no better than the people hacking your grandma's Facebook. Dude, I love the idea of Donald Trump hacking your grandma's Twitter so that he can post on Twitter again. He's like, these poor folks. I feel bad for these guys. I don't feel bad, but like, this is the shit. This is like pictures of the shit that they're posting.
Oh, he's got like his own little passport,
and it clearly doesn't look like a check that you could possibly cash, like at a place. It's like gold plated.
It's like made out of like corkboard.
Yeah, and I don't even think it has like all the places.
All of
there's
this,
no account number.
You can clearly tell that all of the letters and the symbols were just like glue sticked on a minute ago. You can like see the edges coming up a little bit.
It's so trash. I love the picture of him on the fucking coin too. They're like, let's get him the least generous angle of Donald Trump that we can possibly get. Him from the side now. Like, it looks like this was a picture taken of him like the other day, and then they put it on this coin.
There is a straight line from the tip of his chin to the bottom of his neck.
Dude, he does not look
so funny.
Like, if you look at any,
he looks like he blows his neck up to mate.
Dude, yeah,
like a bullfrog.
He's in a fucking sitting in a bog somewhere.
Dude, he's just been on a lily pad for. And they took that photo.
Coin. It's so funny though. Like, I can't believe you would see this check and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go cash this. It has a fucking QR code on it, dude. It has a QR code and no account numbers. It's like, to be fooled by this, you would have maybe this guy has just never seen a check before.
Yeah.
Or something. Like, maybe he's just had direct deposit for his entire life.
It's so funny, like, the more famous you get, the less complicated your scams have to be.
Yeah, that is true. You could just be like, yeah, it's merch.
Like real salt of the earth scammers have to do a lot of fucking business in order to get people's money.
They have to like string somebody along for months and be like, I'm in love with you. Da, da, da. Donald Trump just has to be like, they're coming for me. Get them. Poor guys, dude. Poor guys. Let's end on something nice.
Okay.
Let's talk about something nice, dude.
What good is going on in the world, Jake?
So, I don't know. You don't have glasses.
I'm not a fucking nerd.
Well, that's what a lot of people believe. And there's actually so I guess on TikTok, there's kind of like, just like any other health sort of things, there's always people that are like contrarian about them, and there's this anti-glasses lady. There's like an anti-glasses influencer.
She's like not for the bifocals.
She's like anti-glasses. This is a quote from her. "You have been told that you need glasses, but that's actually a lie." Which is so funny to me because so her name is Her name is Samantha Lotus, and she has 30,000 Instagram followers. She's told them that she already healed her own eyesight and is offering classes to heal the spiritual, emotional,
She
mental,
better be
and physical
offering
reasons.
carrots, dude. If she wants to accomplish that goal.
So she is. She's saying, you don't need glasses. What you need is me. And I just think it's so funny though that being an anti-glasses influencer is a thing, but then also that it's like literally you're trying to convince people to not believe their own eyes.
Yeah.
Like they put on the glasses and can literally see better, and you're like,
do you want to see the truth? Follow me.
Take off the chains that are your glasses.
It's also funny that like her name is Lotus, which is like a mythologically like that is like I trick people. Like I am
I didn't know that.
Yeah, something about I only know about it because of Percy Jackson, but in Greek mythology, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I used to be really into Greek mythology before reading the books.
Yeah.
But I forget the actual myth, but like you'd eat the lotus flower at this place, then you just like lose track of time and you'd never leave this place.
Wow.
Because they just keep eating lotus flowers and like weeks would go by and days.
Yeah,
like
they kind of
minutes.
get stuck in like another plane almost.
Like you're like trapping people.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So not the perfect joke, but